honors, and then we'll open it up to Q&A. Once we do, if you could please find the microphone, Coach.
Thanks for being here, obviously, and having us. It's been a great week. Obviously, special thanks to FCS and every hospitality of Orlando. It's been incredible down here so far, and really our players have enjoyed it. Practices have been very well. Been very upbeat, working extremely hard for a tremendous challenge again. So we're looking forward to finally putting this thing in action. We've been preparing for it for quite a long time. Our players are excited for the opportunity to go play, so we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, I just want to echo some of Tim's sentiments. It's been a good week so far. I think the bowl organizing committee did just such a tremendous job taking care of our players, giving them a fun experience. We have the mentality that we come down here for a business trip, but the guys have earned the right to have some fun, and they've been able to relax and enjoy themselves. And it's been a great week to this point. Practice, like Tim said, has been upbeat. I think our guys are excited for the opportunity to get out in the field on Monday and play. Bowl preparation seems like it's always a long grind. You start getting ready for a team, and then you prepare for about 2 to 3 weeks for a single opponent, which obviously we don't have the opportunity to do during the season. So I think our guys see the light at the end of the tunnel now, and they're ready to play.
All right, we'll open it up to Q&A. Once again, if you just find a microphone, please.
This is for Rex. How much have you learned about the South Carolina defense, and what is it going to take for you guys to be successful against them?
Yeah, it's going to come down to who's the more physical team. Definitely, they're very athletic up front, especially. Their D-line is one that's the best in the country. So up front, we're going to have to win the battle, and I think that's where it lies at for the game, for us to have success or for them to have success.
John, how do you plan on accounting for Connor Shaw's running ability and his passing ability? He's been doing a little bit of both as the season's progressed.
No question. I think probably the biggest key in the game is going to be our ability defensively to slow him down. He makes plays obviously with his feet, but throws the ball well too. A lot of his throws come off of some scrambles and ad libs, and that's going to be a big piece of the puzzle, is our ability to contain him in the pocket, and then when he does, when it is designed quarterback run game, to limit his gains. That's been a huge point of emphasis, for this whole bowl prep.
Levante, same thing for you. Basically, what has impressed you about South Carolina's offense, and what do you think you guys will have to do to have some success slowing them down?
We think they got great athletes across the field. We just have to play sound football, and they got weapons everywhere, so we just got to be prepared for that.
Yeah, John, one thing, one of South Carolina's coaches was mentioning was, watching some film of the Nebraska game with Denard Robinson, was able to get you guys in some runs. Where did most of those come on? Were some of those zone read plays? And I know there's two different guys, Shaw and Robinson, obviously, but anything you could take from that game going into a game against the guy who runs mobily and also with a lot of those zone reads?
Yeah, in terms of the similarities in the offense, both offenses run through the quarterback, and obviously that's a huge similarity. I'm hoping that we take some things that we learned from the experience of playing Denard and are able to apply them to the game on Monday. But anytime you're playing a mobile quarterback, that certainly is a challenge, and it's one that we've been able to spend really the bulk of 3 weeks to prepare for.
Levante, South Carolina's going to start Kenny Miles at tailback. He's really only had that one game against Clemson this year. Do you feel like you've seen enough of him on tape to see what he's going to do?
I try to get a chance to watch everybody. I know number 22 was a great back as well. That's one who we really watched. And we've seen Miles get in sometimes, and he's a breakaway back. So once he get a crease, he could beat you. He could beat you real fast. So we just like I said earlier, we got to play assignment and sound, and everybody got to be in their right guys to try to stop.
Rex, who does South Carolina's defense most remind you of the teams you've played? And so much talk about SEC defense as being by far the best in the country. Does that bug you a little bit? I mean, how much better are they than the teams you play?
I think we played, numerous great defenses throughout the Big Ten. They probably remind me a lot of Michigan State, just how they are up front, big and physical. So, the SEC, it's a great conference. They have a lot of great defenses. You got the top 2 teams in the country playing the national championship. So, it's going to be a great challenge for us, and we're ready for it.
Tim, if you could talk a bit about being a power offense. You talk about the passing game, how much you need it. And just talk about a little bit about Martinez's ability.
Well, obviously, we got to be balanced. I don't think, no matter how good you are, there's a lot of great coaches, and they're going to figure out ways to stop you. So you got to have great balance. You got to keep them guessing on your next move. So you have to have the ability to run power game. You got to be able to get, spread the field, and then when they are loaded in the box, you got to be able to hit them over the top in the passing game. And I think Taylor, obviously with our new system this year and going through it with new coaches and a new philosophy, as we've gone on, he's gotten better. He's understanding it better. He's operating what we need him to do and how we need him to do it at a higher level and greater accuracy. So certainly, it's a great defensive football team, so we're going to have to be at our best.
John, when you were volunteering as an assistant coach at Blacksburg High School, did you ever, imagine that you could reach this point this quickly, this soon in your career? And also, what has that, path kind of been like? Have you had some time over the past few years to say, well, I'm here, or I'm here, or I'm here?
The first part of the question in terms of could I envision that happening? I don't know. That's hard to say. I've always had high standards and expectations and thought that the sky was the limit. Whether it would happen as fast as it did, I don't know. At the time, you don't think that far down the road. I just try to do the best I could do at the job I had at the time, and then hopefully everything would work out. In terms of, could you tell me what the second part of your question was again?
Do you have any time to stop and think along the way about that? What has the journey kind of been like?
In terms of having an ability to truly reflect on it, maybe after the season's over, there will be a little bit more time to do that. You kind of get caught in the moment, and it feels comfortable right now, the role, and maybe after the game and when we get away from football a little bit, there will be some more reflection. But certainly been very blessed along the way in this journey. There's obviously been some ups and downs, and I've had great support. My wife's sitting there in the back, Billy. Just people who supported and helped along the way, and certainly been very blessed for the opportunities I've had.
Hey John, you went into August with Levante, Crick, and Denner, 3 preseason All-American guys, and you never got the chance to really have them together full speed at any point. Can you just talk about the impact of that on the season and the challenge of not having that this season?
We're fortunate, I think, to have been going into the season with such tremendous talent and also great leaders and great people at 3 levels of our defense, with Jared, Levante, and Alfonso. And it was unfortunate that we weren't able to have them on the field together as often and as much as we would have liked. But the reality of this game is it's a physical game, and injuries are part of it. And you do the best you can, and you feel for the guys who get hurt. My heart is always broke for Jared over the fact that he wasn't able to have the senior year he had wanted to have. But at the end of the day, you have to go with the guys that are healthy and do the best you can. And who knows? I don't know how things would have played out differently if everybody was healthy. But like I said, that's part of the sport, and that's one of the challenges that you face with every season.
What did that put on Levante extra? What did that put on Levante possibly extra through the year?
Well, in the 2 years that he's been here, and I'm not saying it obviously because he's sitting next to me, but it's never. Sometimes I need to take a step back and really realize what the impact that he's had on the program in such a short amount of time. From a leadership perspective, from an athletic, on the field performance perspective, just a great person. he's going to be deeply missed when he's no longer in our locker room, and the defense runs through him, and